you will need a band and a weight. If you've got one of these smaller bands, the hip circles, then grab that. If not, we can do it with a normal band. I can show you how to use a different one. Right, I'm just going to get you on mute and we'll get started. And spotlight myself. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So first exercise, we're going to start off with leg swings. So leg swings forward and back. Hold on to something for some support. And they're just nice big swings forward and back. Nice and steady. Let's get that stopwatch going as well. There we go. Keep going, just do a couple more. And then change legs. There were loads of people in this morning. I went to the later swim as well. My theory was that if it was a sunny morning, if you go to the very first, first thing, you can't see the sun above the trees. So I thought, I'll go at 5, then if it's sunny, I'll go to the trees. Not that I was trying to get another 40 minutes in bed, which was the real reason, obviously. Good, and then side to side. And then change legs. Good, and then done. Right, standing hip rotation. So put your hands on your waist. We'll do one leg and then the other. So nice high knee and then round to the side. I'm just going to put a light on actually, it's quite dark. Good, and then change legs. Try and keep your balance going. So start thinking about keeping your core engaged, pulling your tummy in towards your spine. That's it. Do one more. Then change legs again, and this way you're going to go the other way, trying to get your leg up as high as you can and around. Balancing as well as you can. If you're really wobbly and you need to hold on to something, that's okay. One more. And then change sides. Hiya! One more. Good, and then grab your band. So red band, and that needs to go behind your back. So kind of over your bra strap like that. And then hold the band however is comfortable. You're just going to do some little presses forward. So if you can straighten your arms completely, then do. If not, then just as straight as you can get your arms. Thinking about keeping your bum tucked under. This shouldn't feel too difficult. So if straightening your arms completely makes it hard, then just keep them so slightly bent. Good, just do one more. And then stand on the band. Feet about shoulder width apart, easy high pulls. If that feels too difficult, bring your feet a little bit closer in together, but this should not feel difficult. Keep your bum tucked under. tummy pulled into spine. That's it, elbows nice and high. Good. Well done, do 2 more. And then bands down. Hip hinges or deadlifts, but without any weight. So feet hip width apart. Push your hands down the sides of your legs and push your bum back. So you should feel a bit of a stretch in your hamstrings. And as you stand up, just try and squeeze your glutes. Pull your tummy in. Get everything working. Well done. Keep going. Two more. And then take your feet wider apart, so squat, but with your feet in quite a wide position, so wider than you normally would. Lynn, if you want to have your feet even wider to help your knees, that's fine. And then just drop down into the squat, but you don't have to go too low. That's it. Concentrating on keeping your chest up. And as you stand up, tuck everything under. Stand up nice and tall. Perfect, well done. Just do 1 more. And then down onto the mat. So I want you to get into half plank. That's on your knees, hands underneath your shoulders. Tuck your hips under. And you're going to stay in that position and do a thoracic rotation like that. So you're reaching up, your weight's going completely through your arm. Is this alright for your shoulder, Lynn? If it's uncomfortable, go for that rotation that doesn't put quite so much pressure through your arm. Good. Do 1 more to each side. And then roll onto your back. So I want you to lie with your hands behind your head and your elbows on the floor. Cross one leg over the other like that, and you're going to rock from side to side. So you're going all the way from one way to the other, pushing your knee out to the side. So if you can push your knee away from your body without having to use your hand to get your hips open a bit more, then do that. Well done. And then change sides. So push your knee away from your body, roll from side to side. Well done. Good, just do 1 more roll. And then bring your arms down by your sides, feet quite close towards your bum so you can just reach and touch your heels easily. Push your hips up and then roll your back down to the floor. And nice high hips and roll down. Good. 1 more. Fab. And then, next set. So we're going to move on to our first set. 4 exercises. You will need your band for this one, but not a weight. So the first exercise is a bent leg drop. So that's lying on your back, your head in your hands, but up off the floor. Both legs up off the ground like that. So I've got my knees directly above my hips, feet slightly flexed upwards, and then just very gently dropping bent leg down to the floor. So for this first set, try not to make it too challenging. So as I drop my heel down to the ground and bring back up again, I can feel a bit of a tug in my stomach muscles kind of below my tummy button, but it's not too aggressive. It doesn't feel like I'm really having to work hard to keep my back pushed down to the ground. Don't let your back arch. Well done. Keep going. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. And then I want you to sit up. So you're going to sit with both your legs straight. And you're going to pull one leg in hard. So I've actually got my leg pulled in and my foot off the ground. So I'll show you from the side so you can see more easily. So like that. So if you can see, I've got that foot off the floor and I'm really using my hands to pull my knee into my chest. So go back to that first leg. So do that first of all. Other leg is raised and you're going to bring your leg up off the ground and try and put it down again as slowly as you can. So it's a quicker pull up and a slower drop down. So if your hip flexors are quite tight or not particularly strong, then you'll find it hard to lower down into control. But try as hard as you can to get your leg back onto the floor under control. It's quite hard, isn't it? And then change sides. So putting that leg in, foot off the floor, off you go. Oh my God. So I've immediately discovered which of my legs is stronger than the other. Because this one, I could do it all day. Get my leg up there, really easy. Oh my God. Like I've got done legs don't belong to the same person, it's ridiculous. Good, just do one more and then done. Right, the next one, clamshell. So if you haven't got one of the cloth hip circles or a small band, you need to get your band into 3. So you need to loop it into 3 and the band needs to go over your legs, above your knees, and then roll onto your side. So if you're using the red band looped into 3, it's going to make it incredibly high resistance. So what you'll find when you lift your leg up is that there really won't be very much give at all, but that's okay because you'll really feel it working on your side. And the other thing to think about is that when you lift up your top leg, you can't rock back and forward. So when you lift your leg up, if you feel like your hips are rocking back, just put your arm in the small of your back to keep your top hip on top of your lower hip. Off you go, and do 30 seconds on each side. So it's just pulling up. So using this red band, you can see I'm barely getting much movement, but I can really feel it working in the side of my bum. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and then roll over. Other side. So again, make sure you've got your top hip on top of your lower hip and raise up and down. Keep your core braced as well, so keep your tummy pulled in towards your spine. Well done. Last few seconds. Good, and done. Take the band off. And then open it up. You're going to put the band on the floor and put your hands over the band to anchor it in place. Then you're going to put the band over one foot, like that. So I've got the band held on the floor in place, the band's over 1 foot, and I'm going to do a leg extension with the band. If you want to make it harder, hold the band out in front of you a bit more to increase the resistance. So start as soon as you're ready. You need to keep your foot flexed to keep the band in place. If you're wearing socks or bare feet, just be careful. And then just watch the leg that you're resting on. Make sure you keep your hip directly above your knee. Do one more, and then change sides. Off you go. Good, well done. So this movement stays nice and steady, quite slow. Good, 2, 1, done. Off the band, well done. And then back to where we started from. So you're going back to the bent leg drops again, onto your back, head in your hands, legs up. So for this second set, I want you to think of making it a little bit harder. So rather than starting with your knees directly above your hips.
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
At what point did I call for Alexa? Honestly, she's just playing with me. So rather than having your knees directly above your hips, I want you to let your knees drop away from your body a tiny bit and then do the bent leg drop from there. So you should feel this time that you're having much more of a pull in your lower tummy muscles and you're having to work a bit harder to keep your back on the floor. So off we go. We're not doing it for quite as long this time, so we did it for a minute the first set. We're just doing it for 40 seconds this time. So this should feel like you're having to work a lot harder to control your back. Each time you drop your leg towards the floor, really push your back into the ground. Well done. Last few seconds. 3, 2, 1. Good. And then sitting up again. So pulling your knee into your chest. So the way you can progress this is to not let yourself lean back. So if you lean back, you can kind of compensate a little bit. If you keep your chest completely upright, it's a bit harder. I can't do it on that leg. Off you go. Keep your tummy pulled in towards your spine. Can't believe how hard this is in this leg. I think I need to do quite a lot of work on my hip flexor on my left side. Keep going. 2, 1, change sides. Again, pull that leg up, try and stay nice and tall, off you go. Yeah, totally different. Keep going. Five seconds. 2, 1, done. Good. Grab your red band into 3. Above your knees. And then onto your side. Keep one hip on top of the other. Off you go. So you may find that your glutes have warmed up a little bit and you can get a little bit more of a raise on this second set. Keep going. Keep your tummy pulled in towards your spine. Well done. Last few seconds. Good, and then on to the other side. And off you go. Okay, keep going. 2, 1, done. Take that band off, open it up, and then leg extensions again. So, hands on your band and lock it in place. Band over your foot. Off you go. Good, keep going. 5 seconds. And then change sides. And go. Well done. Three, 2, 1. Good. And I'm just going to do those exercises one more time. So straight onto your back, bent leg drop. So for this last set, there is another option to progress. So if you want to make it a bit more challenging, go for single, single, and then double. So only do that if you think you can control your lower back. If your lower back is really coming off the floor and you go for that double drop, then just do the single leg drop. Off we go. So single, single, and then 2 feet to the floor. Well done. Really brace your abs as you push, as you let both feet come to the floor. Keep going. One more. Perfect. Right. Woo. Hip flexor raise. I hate this, I've decided. I don't like things I'm not very good at. Right. So bring that knee really hard in, foot off the floor, off we go. So make sure you're not slumping over or slouching doing this. You want to keep your shoulders nice and high, tummy pulled in towards your spine. Really fight to lower your leg to the floor slowly. That's the important bit. That's the strength part of this exercise. One more, and then change sides. Pull that leg up, off you go. I'm going to be going away and practicing this on my left leg only. Keep going. Last few seconds. 2, 1, done. Good. Onto your side, clamshell. So the band again. Into 3. Looping it over your feet. and onto your side. Okay, ready, off you go. Keeping your tummy pulled in. Well done. Keep going. Last few seconds. 2, 1, roll over, other side. Should do this with the red band every time, you know, it's so much harder. Alright, off you go. So if you're starting to fatigue a little bit and you find that you're kind of rocking back as you raise, just put your hand in the small of your back to keep your hips in place. 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, good. Take the band off as elegantly as possible. And then hands on the band. So last one for this first conditioning set. Anchoring that band in place. Alright, get ready. Off you go. Well done. And then done. Change sides. Off we go. Well done. Keep this steady, really extending your legs, so you're pushing against the band. Hopefully you can feel your hamstrings working. Last few seconds. 2, 1, done. Good. Whew. Have a drink if you need it. Second set. Time. Perfect. All right. Okay. So we've got 4 exercises again. First one was squat with a single arm press. So you need a weight, probably something quite light. So I've just got a 3 kilogram weight. If your weight's a bit heavier, then use a water bottle. But you're going to rest your dumbbell or your weight on your shoulder. Well done. Everyone ready? We good? Hello. Hi. So rest your weight on your shoulder, squat down, and then press up above your shoulder. And then change sides, squat down, and press. Obviously I'm not going to full extension because of the old smashing my hand into the ceiling, but make sure you go for a really good high extension. Lynn, this should be okay for your knees, just have a wider stance and don't go so low. So that's the first one. In fact, we'll just go through these one at a time. So this one first of all, and then I'll demonstrate the next one after this. So squat, overhead press. We're doing this for 30 seconds. Changing arms each time. 2, 1, go. And each time you come up, that's it. Change your arms. Yeah, good. And just keep changing. And just pretend that I'm lifting my arm up fully. That's it. Perfect. Well done. Good. So I'm just having my arm out to the side just to give me a bit of stability. You can have your hand wherever you want to, it's up to you. 5 seconds. Perfect, and rest. Next one then, straight arm plank with a leg raise. So hold the straight arm plank. Keep your weight over your shoulders over your hands. And you're going to do a leg raise like that. Now that's quite challenging. I'm immediately way too hot. Get a layer off. So if you can't do that safely, and by that I mean if you're lifting your leg up and everything's kind of collapsing, then just take your leg out to the side instead. So the alternative, rather than doing the leg raise, is a foot tap out to the side. All right, 30 seconds, 2, 1, go. So it's the same principle as that hip raise we did earlier on, that you lift your leg up more quickly and your leg comes back down again to the floor a bit more slowly. So we're really trying to control the return phase. 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then, up you get. We're going to do some jump squats. If jump squats are going to be too much for your knees, go for a little deadlift jump instead. So just tapping the floor between your feet and jumping up. But jump squats, 20 seconds. So I'm just going to do this into a high squat. So just to about there, and then jump. All right, get ready. 2, 1, go. Three, 2, 1, good. And the last one is a down up. Oh my word. So I'm so out of breath. That swim this morning has absolutely ruined me. Okay, so down up. Stand up, okay? So it's out, in, stand. Not a burpee. Keep your core braced, 20 seconds, off you go. That's it. Good, keep going. 10 seconds. And when you stand up really tall. 3, 2, 1, done, good. Little rest. Squat press again. So we'll get through this 3 times. So grab your weight. 3, 2, 1, off you go. So swap your hands, swap the weight over rather, wherever's comfortable. You can swap it at your chest, you can swap it a bit lower down. Good. It's really, because I can't do a full arm extension, it really throws me, it doesn't feel like I'm doing the exercise properly. Need a higher ceiling. 5 seconds. 2, 1, good. Straight arm plank again, so down to the floor. Leg raise. 3, 2, 1, off you go. Keep going, well done, 10 seconds. Well done, this is hard. 3, 2, 1, good. Up you get, jump squats. I need to get the door open. 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Good, keep going. Oh my God. 2, 1. I haven't swum properly for a while. All right, down ups again, get ready. 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, off you go. I can't believe when I was a kid, I used to get up, do early morning training sessions. They ended up being an hour and a half when I was older. Then going to school, doing a full day at school, often including PE, and then training again in the evening. And rest. Oh, no wonder I was 6 stone. Oh my word. Okay, little rest. And then we go again. One more set. Holding for time, perfect. 30 more seconds rest. We'll do one more. I might actually have to just encourage you through this last one and not do all of it myself. All right, grab your weights. Last round. Squat press, bear with me. My cat using my gym equipment as a scratching post. All right, get ready. 3, 2, 1, off you go. There she is. I'll surprise her next spring. I'm buying a metal frame to replace the wooden one. She won't have as much fun with that. I'm bringing out all the animals this morning. 5 seconds. Last one. Good. Straight arm plank. Down you go. Get ready. Last set. 3, 2, 1, go. Hello. Hi. What do you want? You've had your breakfast. Keep going. 3, 2, 1. Oh, jump squats. Right, get ready. 20 seconds. Last 2 exercises of the day. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Good. Keep going. I'm gonna have to stop. 10 seconds. Keep going. Oh my word. My thighs have gone. 3, 2, 1. Good. Down ups. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Seconds. 3, 2, 1. Done. I think I'm probably more pleased we're done than you are. Right, grab a drink and then we'll stretch. Well done. Oh my word. At least it's proof that swimming makes your quads work quite hard. Okay. Right, well, you've had a drink, onto the floor, into child pose. I need to try and get my breath back before my first client arrives. So down to the floor, knees apart, feet together. Really stretch your arms forward. Nice deep breaths. That's ridiculous, my heart rate should be that high. So if your bum isn't in contact with your heels, just push back a little bit. And then come up onto your hands, tuck your toes under, push straight up. Try and get your legs as straight as possible. And then knees back down to the floor. 1 foot forward. Really tuck your hips under and then push forward. Well done. How are you feeling, Lynn? Has that been alright for your cold? Some of that was probably quite hard work, wasn't it? Okay, so I've got my right leg forward. I'm going to take my left arm and just reach across. And then change sides. Tuck your bum under, push forward. And then reach across. Good, and then into glute stretch. So this time we're going to do it this way. Sitting down, pull one leg round. So keep both your shoulders pointing forward to begin with. Well done. And then you're going to pull up and get that foot off the floor and pull round. And then change sides. So pull that leg around. Oh. I think my right leg was doing all the work today. And then just bring that foot off the ground and wrap around a bit more. Fab, well done. Good. And then onto your knees or stand up and go for a quad stretch. So kneeling if you can do it. And then change sides. Well done. And release and slowly stand up. And just go for dropping down. Let your hands drop down. Nice deep breaths. Bend your knees and slowly roll up. And stretch up nice and high. Well done. Good work. Sorry I was so crap. Oh my word, I didn't appreciate how much that swim would take out of me this morning, and also getting up at 4:30.
Thank you.
Bit gross really.
Thanks.
Well done this morning. Hope you're feeling probably better soon.